Hey y'all, and welcome back to my garden. Today I am going to be working on refreshing our front and back porch for the summer. So if you're anything like me, I know this time of year I'm so excited about going to the garden center and everything is so fresh and beautiful and I just want to buy everything, but then my porch just becomes this collection place of all the plants and pots and dirts and everything like that. So I thought what might be fun is to do like a three-part series on getting our front and our back porch all freshed up for summer. So I'm going to be working on some containers and some decor and just getting everything beautiful on our porches. I do love our porches. I've always wanted to have like a big front porch and a big back porch. And I'm so happy with this house that it does have those areas, but they do become like a catch-all. So I am going to be working on some containers today to go on our porch. So I'm excited to take you along with me. All right, guys, let's get started. Let's go on a little tour of the porch. So this is kind of what's going on. We've got an aloe vera that had gotten some kind of spider mites or some type of mite damage right here. And then we've got some plants here to go in a container. We've got some little seedlings that are being hardened off here. And then we have more junk, dog toys, fire pit, and then all of the plants here. So if we stand back, this is what's kind of looking like. So it definitely needs some help and needs some organization. So I think we're going to start off with our containers first, and we'll get those beautiful so we'll have something to work with on our porch. So let me show you the container that we're going to be working with today. This is the container I'm going to be working with today. It has been sitting out here through the winter, so it is thoroughly dirty, but it does have drainage holes in the bottom. And then I have this beautiful ivy that I've wintered over outside. It actually was an indoor plant, and then I brought it outside, and it's just been here through the winter. And then I'm going to have that on this beautiful little topiary that I bought, or little trellis, however you want to call it. So I'm going to train the ivy to go up this, and then we're going to do around the ivy, we're going to have some of these beautiful little sun patience, and some euphorbia, a hosta, and then some impatiens. So this pot, I'm actually going to put it right here in this area. And this part of our house does get a lot of shade during the day. So these plants should do well in this area. So I'm going to start off by getting this pot cleaned up first, and then we'll get everything planted up. So the inspiration for this container came from a couple of different places. One of our homes in Georgia, I had an ivy grown up a trellis very similar to this, and I had it on our front porch, and I always thought it looked so beautiful. When we had to move, I don't remember what happened to the ivy, but it didn't move with us, and so I've always wanted to recreate this look, and that's been about 20 years ago when we had that. The other inspiration was Laura with Garden Answer. One year she did a moon garden, and it was just white blossoms and green and white foliage on the plants, and I thought it just looked very, very beautiful. And then the other inspiration was Janie with Dig Plant Water Repeat. She had visited Bauman's nursery, and she was speaking with Brian, and he was showing her the shade containers that he had made, the hanging baskets, and there was one of them that was just green with white flowers, and I thought it looked so pretty, and I wanted to recreate it here on our back porch area. Let's look to see how this looks. Little open up here, but looking pretty good. And there was actually 4 little ivy, so I put that one there. Okay. Add a little bit of biotone. these where we think we want them at. So I was thinking maybe right here. And maybe right here. And maybe the euphorbia right there. And the hosta there. And actually, I have one more euphorbia I forgot about. Let me go run and get it. Okay. Okay, so I found the other one. So let's stand back and see what this looks like. I almost need something like right in there. Oh, that looks pretty. And this will be going in a corner, so the back side won't matter as much. And I like how this euphorbia has already gotten big, so we can kind of see the size of it. But what do y'all think? I moved that other sun patient to the back so it would kind of be a little bit taller with that hosta. Okay, so let's not overcomplicate things and let's just do it. That looks good to me. So we already have our biotone in. So we'll just go ahead and start painting. This is a sun patient from Lowe's, and it was $5.98. And it can take sun or shade. It has a nice little pink color in the center. I think that's pretty. Stretch these roots out a little bit. Let's dig us a nice hole back here. And then here's the Diamond Frost Euphorbia by Proven Winners. This one gets 12 to 18 inches. Another one of the sun patients. Oh my goodness. This one's growing out of the can. It was ready to be planted. Okay. This one I actually got from my local nursery. So it has been growing on a little bit bigger than this one I got at Lowe's. Okay. And then here's our hosta. It is ready to come out of the can too. Nice big roots. It actually has 2 of them in there. So we could actually separate these. Let's see. I think we're going to leave those together. They look like they like to be together in a pair. Stand back and look at that. Oh yeah, that looks really pretty. Now I'm just going to come back and top dress it with some more soil to fill in the gaps. Okay, so we are all finished, and we are going to get this put in place and clean up our mess because it's actually getting ready to start raining. So we have to clean this up really quick. I was going to use these impatiens here, but they did not have a color on them, so I don't want to use anything that may be pink, and I think there may be some pink peeking out here, so we'll save these for another project. I just wanted everything to be green and white. And I think that looks so pretty. Okay, so I got my daughter to help me move it down, and here it is. I think it looks so pretty right here, and everything's going to get bigger, and it's going to fill in the little gaps, and we'll keep training this little ivy to grow up this vine. But I think it looks so pretty, and there'll be a nice little pop of white here in this corner when it's really shady. Okay, so that is one container down. Next thing we're going to plant up are these beautiful gardenias. And these are by the Southern Living Plant Collection. And this is a diamond spire gardenia. So it has more of an upright growth pattern, which is really, really good for these containers. So these are going to go on the front porch. So let's get these cleaned up and get these gardenias planted. Okay, so here is our big project. Our hardwood floors have to be replaced and refinished, even though they look so pretty. Our refrigerator ice maker leaked. Okay, so here is porch number 2. Guys, get ready for it. Dun, 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 dun. Look what a mess. It's got stuff everywhere. And there's Miss Winnie. So Miss Winnie had to have her little surgery done. Miss Winnie, you want to come talk to our flower friends? And this is her little pajamas that she's wearing to keep from messing with her little stomach sutures. But we are almost 2 days from a week, so she's doing really good. She has some scary days there for a while, but she's doing a lot better, aren't you, Miss Winnie? Do you want to show me your pajamas? Show me your pajamas. So that's why I don't have to wear that ugly cone. Yes, I wear my pajamas. Yes, I'm a sweet girl. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to put our pots on either side of the door here. So I'm going to take, move these. These were left over from our fall plantings, and we'll get those moved and get these beautiful gardenias planted. And the reason we have all the chairs flipped around backwards is so Miss Winnie doesn't jump into them. All right, guys, so let's get this started. You want to go inside? I think a lot of my inspiration for gardening comes from growing up. I know with the gardenias that I'm planting, we grew up on a 25-acre farm, and we had the most beautiful gardenia, and it was like a tree. It was over near our shop, and it would just have the most beautiful white blooms every year, and it smelled so good. And near our big gardenia tree, we also had a big fig tree. So that's where my love of figs came from, because we always had this huge fig tree, and it just had so many wonderful, yummy figs on it. Then also, through the years with our family being in the military, I've been in areas where I really didn't have places to grow plants. So I learned how to do a lot of container gardening. So as you'll see, I end up doing a lot of container gardening around my house just because I love it and I've gotten used to it through the years. I think they're so pretty, and if we do have to move, they can always move with us. I don't have to leave all my beautiful plants behind. That is, and one of the sad things about the military is you feel like you kind of get planted somewhere, and then a couple years later you have to uproot your family, but that's just a part of the military life. And the next thing with learning about gardening growing up is I love to always plant bulbs, and one of my favorite bulbs to plant was daffodils and gladiolus, and my daughter is going to plant some gladiolus this year in her little flower garden. She made a little flower garden near her little bunny barn, and I can't wait to show it to you. So right now she has some violas planted, and then she has some little ground cover, and she's growing some seeds, and then she's going to get her gladiola bulbs planted up. So it should be really pretty for some cut flowers this summer. All right, guys, well, let's go ahead and get this pot finished up, and then we'll get everything cleaned, and we'll show you what it looks like at the end. Thanks for gardening with me today. Okay, so we have them both potted up, and they look so good. I love this dark green against the green of our door. Against the pollen on our door, so that needs to be cleaned off too. But doesn't that look good? So let me get all this cleaned up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So for me, one of the most satisfying parts of doing a project is the cleanup afterwards. So I wanted to include this little clip in here for you guys so you can enjoy the before and after of this porch cleanup. I think it is so satisfying to watch cleaning videos and pressure washing videos and grass cutting videos. I just love that after of the before and after. And maybe that comes from me being a dental hygienist for over 20 years and cleaning teeth. And then when I was in college, I cleaned houses, and I've cleaned our Airbnb, so that's one of my favorite parts, is getting the cleaning done after a big project. So thank you for gardening with me today, and we are almost finished with this project. Okay guys, so I did take a little break so I could cook dinner, But let me turn the camera around and show you what everything looks like. Okay, so these are the gardenias at the front porch. And you can see they're already budding up. They should have lots and lots of flowers on them. So they're going to be very, very pretty. And I was just talking to my daughter about maybe adding some more of the euphorbia like we did in the back to these. But I love the way how they look just so clean right now. And they go really good with the door color. So super happy. So this is going to wrap up our day 1 of our porch refresh. So we were able to get 3 pots done today. So I'm super excited about that because it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So I can't wait for you to join me as we continue working on our front and back porch and getting everything spruced up for the summer. So I hope this gave you some inspiration as you are getting ready for your summer containers and what you're going to plant this year. So let me know down in the comments below what you are excited about and what you are planting in your summer pots. Thanks for joining me. Bye, friends. Okay, so the sun is starting to go down, but here are our pots that we got planted up today. Look at there, that begonia is just beautiful. Look how pretty. It just glows at night. Very simple, very sweet, but we know everything will grow in and will be beautiful. All right, so those are 4 more pots down.